Yo, what's going on, guys? Versal here, and today I'll be doing a Yubel deck profile for the current format. It's going to be pre-Infinite Forbidden, so no Fiendsmith cards in this. After that set comes out, I think Fiendsmith is going to be obviously the best way to play this deck, but if I decide to pick up that engine, we'll see. There's a lot of decks that I'm interested in playing with that involve that engine, including this one, but it's looking like it's probably going to cost like upwards of like $400 since the main two cards are secret rare, so. And the format's looking pretty degenerate as well, so we'll see what happens in a few weeks, but for now, just focus on the pure deck. I've been playing this. I think it's a lot of fun. Been looking forward to playing this deck for a while. And now that Phantom finally came out, been playing it. I've had this mat since I won it, like probably 17, 18 years ago, so it's cool I could put it to use. Before I get into the profile, if you haven't checked out my sponsor, finalsaga.de, check them out. They got a bunch of sleeves, deck boxes, mats, etc. over there. If you decide to buy anything, use my code reversal10 for 10% off your order. It helps me directly. And yeah, they have that cool stuff. And then they have like the anime Orca sets, which have like these gold-plated god cards. Has like the anime decks for the characters. They have Yugi, Kaiba, and Merrick. And they got these deck boxes, the art on the inside. So yeah, these little anime Orca sets pretty cool. And they got like the anime sleeves too, so one of the more cool products they have over there. But they have a bunch of stuff. You've seen like the Dino mat I play with, my Dino sleeves. That's all from them. So if you decide to buy anything, like I said, use my code, get yourself a nice discount. So yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna get straight into the profile. I'm on 41 cards at the moment. This is kind of what I landed on. I was playing 40 before, and then I decided to add the bump a card up from 2 to 3, and it's been fine. So start off with the 1 OG Yubel and the 1 Terra Incarnate. You can play 2 of the OG if you want. It does open up some lines that you don't have if you only play 1, but I don't really think it's worth playing another brick in your deck personally, but playing 2 isn't the worst. I just would rather have my hand quality be better and play I wanted 15 non-engine in the deck too. So we got 3 Spirit. You could play this at 2. I think in the pure deck though it's a 3 of. The combos with like Nightmare Pain, combos with Grave Squirmer, and other than that, it's just like you can use it as a hand trap too, like if you do like brick on it. So it's not like the worst card to draw, no matter what. And you can always use it to make an early Phantom as well. So it's pretty good at 3, I wouldn't change it. And we got 3 Samsara, D Lotus. This is the best starter in the deck other than Throne. And this is what you end up getting off Throne a lot of the time anyway, if you don't have like another starter. But yeah, it's just 1 card combo that does everything for you. Then we got the 3 Gruesome Grave Squirmer. This is a card I was playing at 2 before, and I just played, bumped it up to 3 to play 41, and it's been fine. This is like a good extender. It combos off with the Spirit as well, which is, when I found that out, that's when I bumped it up to 3. I was like, okay, it's not as bad to see, like if I open this in Spirit, it works. So it's just like a good extender. You always want to see this card, especially if you have like gates or something. Then you could kind of like piece together some combos. We got the 1 Sharvara for the Unchained combos. And for the Beckoning package, I'm on 2 Beasts, 1 Summoning Beast. So this card is like a normal summon, isn't really good. If it gets Imperm or Veiler, like you're kind of stuck a lot of the time. If you get drolled on this, it's really bad. But yeah, you want to be normal summoning Lotus. But if you have to normal summon this, it does like a mini Unchained combo. And if you have like more cards in your hand that you can play with, it's not that bad either. But we only play the Chaos Summoning Beast because it turns Gates into another 1 card combo as well. Even though it's similar to this, it's not like a really good 1 card combo, but in combination with some other cards, it can be nice. And then it's just another like card to increase your hand quality overall. Like this card itself is a brick, but it's a 0/0 Fiend at least, so you can use it to make a Phantom worst case. But Gates is the good card of this package, so I think it makes sense to play the card that makes Gates an even better card since you're already playing 3 of the Gates regardless. And this card being a level 1 makes sense to play over the Chaos Core that some people play, just because you can make Chaos Angel with it. So, but if you're not playing Chaos Angel, it doesn't matter. You could play either one. So for these spells, we got 3 of the best starter in the deck and a 4th copy of it. So Nightmare Throne, this card just does everything for you. If you open it in addition with like a Samsara, you can just use this first, destroy Yubel from deck, summon OG, and then shuffle them both back for a Phantom before you commit your Samsara, so it's really good for that as well. Then we got 2 Nightmare Pain. I think this is the correct ratio. I think 1 is too little and 3 is too many. So this is my preference to play 2. You could play Chronicle as well, but I'm not really a huge fan of that card personally, since it doesn't help you play the game. It can be nice to help you play through hand traps sometimes, but I was finding the card to not be like that great personally, so I just decided to cut it and just play more non-engine. So then we got 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates. So this card just kind of does everything you need it to. The synergy it has is the 0/0 Fiends, like you get to discard a card, summon one back. So all your Yubels and Samsara, Squirmers is all out 0/0. In addition to the Dark Beckoning Beast, so just gets you the extra body, and then it has another effect. If you have a level 10, you can add a continuous spell from your grave to your hand. So you can either discard like a Pain or another Gates and just add it back for free when you have like a Yubel in field. So pretty good as well. All the effects are relevant in the card. It's really good. Then we got a 1-for-1. It's just another starters / extender. It's a little awkward when you open it plus like Samsara, but otherwise it's like pretty good. If I wasn't playing hand traps, I wouldn't be playing this card, but since I am, I just threw it in just to have more ways to play, since that was like one of my biggest issues with the deck. I just needed like more ways to play, so I had to keep that in. We got the 1 chamber for the Unchained Trap. I think I like chamber a little better, but just because you can like make rage and then end up linking it off into like an Appaloosa or something, and you could just bring it back. So another option is you could play Escape instead. This one, you would end up playing an extra Yama in the extra deck, and then you just burn through 2 Yamas and keep Rage on field. So when you use Escape to pop Rage, Yama can summon it back. So this plays a lot better into board breakers than Chamber does, but otherwise I think Chamber is just like a better, more convenient card to use. But there's definitely an argument to play Escape. I might end up siding this, especially if board breakers end up being popular, but for now I'm just going with the Chamber. So that's it for the engine stuff. The non-engine on 15. So this is just for like if you want to play at locals or something, maybe like a regional. If you're not like expecting a room full of Snake Eyes, it's just like more generic lineup. So we got 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 2 Mourner, 3 Imperms, 1 Talents, and 1 Callby. So if you want to gear this more towards Snake Eyes, you might want to cut the Tactics and the Ogres for like Nibiru's, or an extra Mourner in Nibiru's, something along those lines, and maybe bump it up to 42, because like versus that deck, you really want to see like the hand traps if you're gonna like commit to that strategy. But this is just for like if you expect to see like a lot of like Yubel, Melodious, Tenpai, like all the other like decks, since Snake Eye is not like super popular, I don't think, at like a local level right now. But obviously you're gonna see it pretty much everywhere still, one way or the other. But I think these are just like the most generic things you could play. I just opted to play these 2 instead of 2 more hand traps, since I don't really like either one of these at 3 personally. So I just threw like the 1 Callby to help your plays go through, and it's not bad going second either against some decks, especially like branded. And then Tactics, just a 1 of I threw in just because I like the card going first or second. And then if you play it at 1, you can't clog on it. So just decided this was better than just throwing in like another low impact hand trap that I didn't really care too much about. But for some locals, you might want to main deck Nib, but I think overall Nib is kind of like lackluster right now. So this is just what I went with, and it's been fine for me. Post side, I side a whole bunch of board breakers, so this is mainly just for game ones, and then when you're going first, like having the hand traps is nice. Yeah, next we got the side deck. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, by the way, definitely do that now so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Drop a like, comment on the video, all that good stuff. So start off with the best card in the extra deck, 3 Phantom Yubel. I think for pure, you want to be on 3 of this card. You burn through 2 on turn 1 a lot, and then you have the third one for like the first thing you do, turn 3 is really nice. You could definitely get away with 2 if you can't afford the third one. And then if you're like buying the deck and then you have plans to play Fiendsmith in it as well, in a few weeks, I definitely wouldn't bother getting the third one, just save the money. And then put that towards the Fiendsmith. Battery's getting low. But yeah, I'm just gonna run through the links. Got All Mirage, just so you can convert like a Beckoning Beast and then get your gates online. Yama Rage for the Unchained combo. And SP just turns Rage into 3 interruptions. We got the 1 Muckraker, 1 Abyss Actor Super Producer. So this is a card that not a lot of people have played in like topping lists that I've seen, but this card's really nice in the deck. Sometimes you can't get to Appaloosa when you're prioritizing making the Varudras, so sometimes you just end on this to have it as like a additional disruption, like when you're done using your Varudras negate. You can use this to pop that, and then that ends up being another pop, which is pretty nice. And then you could use this to pop your own stuff to proc your Yama as well when you're comboing sometimes, which comes up. So I think it's a really good utility card. But if you're playing pure, I think you should be playing this. We got the Anguish and the Access Code. These are just really nice for breaking boards and OTKing. I think it's really nice to have. If you play like Super Poly, you can't afford to play these cards in the extra really, so that's one of the main reasons I don't play Super Poly. I like having like the extra deck utility. But another one you could play is Abomination instead of Access Code, but I found that Access Code was a lot better when it came to just ending the game, because the extra attack points just made it a lot easier. But you do only get 1 pop with this a lot of the time, which is why like some people think Abom is better. I think both are really good, but I decided Access Code was a little better for what I wanted this package to do, which is end the game, and it's been very efficient at doing that. I got the 1 Apo, Tapo, don't need to talk about that. Varudras, so this card is basically a rank 10 Baron. Like it pops a card when it attacks, it pops a card when it's destroyed. It's a negate, you could detach another card, so it negates and then destroys something. It's just a crazy card. We got the Typhon, this is like the flex slot. You don't have to play this, but it's pretty good. You could play Cross Sheep as well, but I found this card really wasn't that necessary. The only thing it did sometimes is allowed me to end on Appaloosa instead of the Abyss Actor in like certain scenarios, but otherwise it didn't really offer anything. Like a lot of people will use like a Link 2 and a body to go into this, and then you just end up in the same spot with Link 2 and a body, so it doesn't do anything at that point. So yeah, I don't think you need to play Cross Sheep at all. And the last card is Chaos Angel. You can make this with Phantom plus any of your level 1s, and then it could be just a good form of disruption. It's a big body. And then since it's a Fiend, you can also bring it back off Yama's effect. If you still have your Yama in the grave, you can bring it back off Muckraker. So this card's just really nice if you can establish it, just to like keep grinding in a grind game with it. So I think if you have one and you're playing like Chaos Summoning Beast, you might as well play it. Then if you're playing like Super Poly, it's easier to fit this 1 Chaos Angel in as opposed to the 2 like Anguish slots. So it's a very nice card to have if you do happen to have one. So for the side deck, I'm just playing all board breakers pretty much. Got 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Droplets, 3 Evenly, 1 Duster, 2 Storms. I think any combination of these 2 works well against Snake Eyes for the most part. So then just like generically into most decks, you could decide all these in and they're pretty good. Then you have like the hand traps in the main that you can kind of pick and choose. Like when you're going first, you want to keep the hand traps in. and then you could decide in the judgments for one of the hand traps. It's usually going to be imperm, since you don't want to get hit by like duster or something. But if you have like some hand traps that aren't good in a matchup, you can keep those in and just put these in for like the mourners or whatever, or the ogres. But this I think is the best going first card for this deck to help against like Dark Ruler and stuff like that. Like I said, you could like side the escape, and then this helps you into breakers as well, but you have to change like the play style of like how you make your end boards at that point. But yeah, I think just these 12 are just generically good into like most matchups. You could just throw them in. But there's definitely other approaches you can take. I think if you want to main Super Poly, you can main that along with like thrusts and talents, and then go from there. But I found the hand traps to be just more reliable, especially like for game one, like when you're going first, especially. I think they're just easier to play. You don't gotta worry about like going second and then getting FTK by something. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the deck. Like I said, we'll see when Infinite Forbidden comes out, if I decide to get the Fiendsmith cards or not. I'm just gonna keep playing it pure and then cope on that. But I think the optimal way is gonna be with Fiendsmith, obviously. But yeah, it's gonna be it for the video today. Should be having more other profiles up pretty soon. I have like Sprite, and then I have some Dino build I'm working on as well, pre-Infinite Forbidden, so just waiting on a couple cards to come in before I do that. So for my Dino gang, just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.